Hi class, so what we got going on here is part 2 of the hand animation video that I was doing. Now I'm working in Harmony here, like I said earlier. However, this same things will apply to animate. The screen will look a little different, so ignore the tools. It does look like a totally different program. Well, it is a different program. Alright, so let's sit back and I'll put in narration where necessary. But you can just basically see me watching me work on a 2D. Now this is all rough. I didn't finish any of it out yet. But, so here we go. I was just trying to relearn Harmony because I haven't used it for a while. So that's what this is about. So hopefully you learned something from this.
All right, let's get started. You may learn something.
So right in here, I've figured out that the keyframe I put in place was going to be coming up too soon, and that the walk cycle wouldn't get that far in the amount of time I had. So I had to extend the time and move things. So I'm going to go through a lot of that in the video. Those keyframes I put in, I keep moving them. That end one especially, I keep adding frames because I realize that working on the twos, it's going to be I put them too close. So anyway, so I keep extending the animation a little bit longer, and I do that multiple times over the course of the tutorial of the working on it. So what happened was I basically started with the intention of going pose to pose, and I ended up going mainly straight ahead because I couldn't judge how far I did, you know what I mean? So there I am, I'm moving frames, I'm moving it back to give more time to get to that last keyframe that I had in place. And originally I had planned on 2 characters walking, just like the video they have there. Well, actually I was going to have 2 characters walking the opposite direction, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to have just 1 or 2 characters coming around the corner. I was thinking about doing both of those characters coming around the corner, but then I decided maybe I'll just have the one and I'll do the 2 characters walking the opposite direction. Because they're in the storyboard, or actually it's a comic panels that I was doing this from my book. 2 characters walk from the left side of the screen towards that door where this character came out of. You see that line above his head is a track I was using. He's kind of following it like a monorail, if you will. I'm just using it to scale him as it comes forward. Anyway, so because I had a video of this guy walking towards us, I was just kind of animating it off of that, basically looking at it and then drawing it. That little picture up in the corner has nothing to do with the program. That is just me playing the QuickTime video, and I just put it out to stay on top of the screen. So like I said, you could do this in Adobe Animate. And I did this in Harmony because, like I said, I was reteaching myself Harmony, but at the same time I thought afterward, I was like, I could probably share this with my class. I wasn't doing it as a tutorial. I did videotape it, yes, because I was thinking about it, but I wasn't for sure. But then later I was like, I'm not teaching Harmony, I'm teaching Animate, so I probably should have done this in Animate, but I did it in Harmony, so there it is. It's not done anyway, and it's just practice for me animating. If I continue using it, I don't know if I'll continue Harmony. I might go over to Animate, just because of the fact that I don't want to keep paying for Harmony, because I am paying for it. Teacher costs, it is cheaper, just like Animate's cheaper for teachers and students. I'm using the student teacher discount on Harmony, but it's still $20 a month, and I don't really need to spend on it. I don't use it that much. And I'm doing a lot of other stuff right now, so I'm probably gonna just continue it for a little while anyway. So this is what's going on here. Back to what we're doing, and then I'm animating it. Like I said, I had to move it ahead. So I'm just using each shot. I'm basically pausing that video up there, frame by frame, and then just redrawing it on my canvas, using it as a template. I advise you do that. That's a great thing to do. You know, put it on a separate monitor if you have it, or just like here, I stuck it on the same monitor just so it was right there in front of me and I could see it. So anyway, so hopefully watching this video helps you. I don't know, it probably won't because it's not in the program you're using, but it still works the same way. I'm just making keyframes. Every 2 keyframes I'm just drawing the frame of animation. The reason I did it, like I said, I did Harmony because I was trying to learn it, and I was trying out their perspective tool because I actually drew that set in the program using their perspective tools and stuff in Harmony. So anyway, okay, well, I'll stop talking for a little bit and see where I need to fill back in and details. Other than that, you just see me kind of working here. So I should have sped it up, but I did it. So just watch it. So what you see me doing here is I keep playing it back to see where I was in the video. So I keep playing it back, checking it. You see the little guy to the left keep coming and disappearing. That's because it plays through. I had keyframes on that guy walking the opposite direction too. Anyway, so I keep checking it over and over again to see where it's at. And then what I do is I get it to the next 2 frames up, make a keyframe, then I bring that animation down and I try to forward it just 1 frame so that I know what it's supposed to look like with the stepping. And then I put it back up in the corner and I draw it again, draw that frame. And that's basically what I've been doing the whole way. So now I'm going to draw it based on looking at that picture up there. I'm mainly focusing on the legs, so I go to the legs first. I may, if I go back to the next pass, I'll fix the arms. But right now I'm just having him hold that coffee pose. I may go back and change his arms to to do something. But really, this was mostly concentrating on the legs, getting the walk cycle on the legs. Because they're really what makes the walk cycle. The arms are secondary motion, so. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. All right. So right here I'm analyzing about how the secondary characters that are going to go that way would be going, and that's what I'm showing this arrow. If that was the original idea, those guys were supposed to walk in that direction. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm trying to figure out how they would fit into the scene walking back in that direction. I don't do it. I don't go any farther with that other than playing with the idea on this so far. At least I don't think I did. I haven't watched this for a little bit. I did this a couple months ago. So I'm pretty sure I haven't upgraded it and put that in there. But that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at the timeline on how the other characters would go in there. So we'll see. So that's what I'm playing with. So I'm putting in another layer. So I'm just putting in a layer to show that arrow where they're gonna go. I don't know. I gotta watch it myself now to remember what I did to it. Okay, so that's why I was starting. The original guy was going back there, and this guy's come forward. So what I decided I was going to have him do is, just like in the video itself, I was going to have the character walking towards us, just walk right past the camera. And that's the point I was trying to decide at what point I wanted him to leave the scene, if he was going to walk past the camera, or if the camera was going to turn, or the scene was just going to plain end. I hadn't really decided, and that was what I'm doing here, is I'm trying to figure out that. The logistics of it. And I'm not for sure how long so what I decided I'm just gonna have him keep walking towards the camera until he walks right off the camera. So I'll cut back in if I see something change on what I was doing here. This is playing memory because it's been a while since I did this. So we'll see. So here I just had him walk right past the camera and like off screen. The next thing I'm going to be looking at, and I saved it. So the next thing I'm going to be looking at is the side profile video, another video, and I was going to pick out one of the actors in that video. In a minute, you'll see it. Closing that one. Okay, so this one here, yeah, so I think I was going to choose that guy there who's holding his phone, but obviously in reverse, and I'm going to follow him. But then I changed my mind and decided I would use the guy with the plaid shirt instead. That's what I'm pointing at. The plaid shirt guy. I think I'm going to use the plaid shirt guy to do the walk cycle for the guys coming in from the right. And then I'll just figure out how to make them walking away. And then I think I changed my mind and went with that guy with the backpack. I decided I liked that walk cycle better. So I think that's what I was doing here. I was trying to figure out which walk cycle I'm going to go with. When I finished the animation with the guy going from the right towards the back door. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to finish this in Harmony or not. I might try to export it into Adobe Animate and just work over top of it and see what it does. I don't know if it'll work. I can try. It's the best I can do to save it, to salvage the work I put in. And other than that, I just have to finish it in Harmony and pay for Harmony a little bit longer until I finish it. So that's that. So thanks guys for watching. Hope it helps something.